the Caldonia Cavalry, the Caldonia Conscription, the Caldoniau Corps, SEP soldiers. I'm Caldonia. You probably already know me because this is a Patreon exclusive, but for those of you that don't, I am an internationally published model, writer. I've been doing some of that them activism, and this is episode 0 of Caldonia's Room. You're all probably wondering what this podcast is going to be about. The answer is, I've got a lot of ideas, but I mostly just wanted a way to be able to talk to you guys, keep you updated, let you know what's going on in the world of Caldonia without me talking to chat or being in call with another person while I'm playing a game or something like that. Just a streamlined way to interact with you guys. Make sure you guys know what I've been up to lately. Keep you up to date on projects that I'm going to be posting soon. Different things that you might be interested in. And mostly, just hang out. That being said, you're all probably wondering what I've been up to lately. Most of you guys probably haven't actually heard from me since my last stream. And for those of you that are wondering, I've been enjoying spring now that it has sprung. I've started my spring vegetable garden for one. I'm growing collard greens and bush beans and cantaloupe and Brussels sprouts and squash, and I think that's it. A couple of things. I've really been enjoying gardening. You guys see me post about it a lot. It's kind of been a major hobby for me for a long time, actually. I think almost everyone in my family, as I was growing up, had some level of gardening to their name. Everybody having a green thumb of some sort. I've been learning a lot, actually, taking it more and more seriously as I go. I've actually started even planning things that I wouldn't even necessarily be eating. They're just mostly to protect against bugs and things like that. Different methods for watering, soil, all the weird shit that goes into growing our own food. It's actually been really interesting to me, and I've really been enjoying growing my own food, actually. It's kind of a point of pride for me, even. Other projects I've been working on. Well, it's really warm now, so I've been going out a lot. Swimming, workouts, biking, hiking, and some of you have been advocating for maybe some vlogs, which I don't think is a bad idea. I think you guys might actually really enjoy them. Probably take you along next time I go for a hike and see what you guys think. Lots of projects coming up on the YouTube like that. I've got a couple of different things in the work, just like a basic Q&A, a few different VODs and compilations of clips from my streams, and things you guys have seen from all over the internet. I live stream on both my Twitch and my Instagram, and some of you guys missed some of my streams, so I think it would be good to post a compilation or some highlights or something. I also really want to maybe do some behind the scenes of some of the photo shoots that I've got coming up. If you've got any ideas, of course, you guys should definitely let me know. I love your guys' ideas. They're actually extremely helpful. As for behind the scenes, I've got a couple of photo shoots scheduled and lined up with local photographers now that the virus that shan't be named is beginning to calm down in my parts. I have a swimsuit shoot scheduled with a photographer that's actually doing a swimsuit calendar that I think you guys might enjoy. I've got a few different local photographers that are working on projects that are specifically for my Instagram and Patreon. And I've really been enjoying modeling again, actually. I was taking a little bit of a break for a while there, mostly for health reasons. As you guys know, I'm a mess of health. And now that I've been back into it, it's really been a lot of fun. I grew up modeling. I did professional modeling as early as the age of 3 after my mom thought that would be a good idea, which I will be doing likely kind of a backstory or whatever you would want to call it video about that, because some of you guys have been asking about different things, story times of that nature. So I'll probably do a major story time about how I've gotten into modeling. But growing up, it was kind of just like a thing to do. I wasn't super passionate about it. Actually, the way I felt about it, which I like really cringe at maybe now, I didn't have a creative talent that I was really practiced in growing up. And I felt really good about modeling as a outlet for creativity, which doesn't sound too cringy, but the way I used to say it was, I suck at art, but at least I can stand there and be pretty. That was a really ugly thing to say about myself. I'm a really good artist. I don't care what anybody says. But the photographers that I've been working with are really amazing. I've got more agency now to work on what I want to work on now that I'm not with an agency. So I can do what I want, work on what I think would be best or most enjoyable for you guys, projects that I think are really interesting or creative. Just, doing my own thing. And I'm really excited for you guys to see them. I don't know exactly when most of these projects will be posted. I know the calendar will be posted towards the end of the year because it will be a 2022 calendar. But a lot of the projects I'll be posting behind the scenes, little updates, not like full videos, but here and there, a post or two about it on my Patreon. So since you guys are already subscribed on this episode, you'll be looking forward to that. But those of you that maybe happen to see this and are looking for those kinds of posts, check out all of my links down below. I'm hoping to be able to do a Twitch stream and more Twitch streams again soon. I took a break from that as well. They were kind of unmanageable. To be successful, I think, at Twitch exclusively, or at least to get the return of the time I would invest in it, I would have to be able to do it on some level of regular scheduling. And at the time, my health was just like too up and down to be able to do that. But I think that you guys might enjoy a stream here and there. So I'm gonna try and do as many streams as possible and see how that turns out. Be excited for my Twitch streamer debut. Have you guys been watching VTubers? I mean, I'm sure you've seen clips and all sorts of videos about them, but have you actually watched any of their streams? I've seen a handful. There's actually a couple of people on the internet that I've been watching for a long time that started doing VTubing, and I've been really enjoying their streams. not sure entirely how accessible that would be for me, but I think maybe that might help me be able to stream a little bit more on days when I'm not quite feeling super well and I look incredibly gaunt, or days that I'm just, not feeling confident and don't want you guys to see me. Things like that. I think it would be a lot of fun. I'll be looking into it more soon, but I don't think that it's going to be a priority, depending on how you guys maybe comment down below, message me, let me know if that seems interesting. What else have I been up to lately? On the activism side of things, you guys hear me talk about my health a lot. You hear me talk about different medical problems that I'm having to deal with. And I was approached at the start of the year to do a couple of public speaking events via Zoom and different online mediums for schools in my area and different businesses, but it's mostly been schools up until now. And I've been really enjoying that too. Just talking to them about accessibility design, the history of disability rights, things of that nature. I think that it's been incredibly, I don't know exactly what the word would be, moving for me. It's definitely made a big difference for me. I've had a really hard time in the past speaking on the specifics of my condition and different health problems that I've been going through because I didn't really have a good perspective or a way, the language to talk about it. But this has given me a really, really great platform to kind of think out my feelings, and also doing more and more reading about the subject. It kind of helps put my thoughts all together and all of the different things that I've learned, and helps put them together in a more streamlined way. So hopefully it's helping others as much as it's helping me, because I've really been enjoying it. And I think it's got a good impact. I think I've been working on a couple of projects around that I've been hoping to share with you guys more and more soon, but that's probably one of those projects that you're not going to hear about for a long time, unlike some of the other things that I'll be posting more and more and more regularly. Hopefully I'm going to be online more and more and more, and this is maybe a little bit of a Mayday flag of what you guys will be seeing from me more in the future. This podcast will be posted on the first Monday of every month, and I'll have a couple of other projects that are podcast related that you guys might be seeing here soon, but they'll be more about me interacting with other people or about really specific subjects. So if you're enjoying talking with me, hearing what I have to say, then maybe check those out too. I know I'm teasing a lot of stuff here tonight, but I really wanted you guys to know that there's a lot of stuff that I'm working on. For sure, you guys will be seeing a ton of things in the future. And yeah, hopefully you guys just are going to be able to let me know that this is the kind of thing that you want more. I'll be extending these podcasts out, adding a little bit of a title card, theme song, logo, professional, lights, camera, action, Caldonia. But this is just test pilot, episode 0, mostly just getting a feel for what this podcast is going to be about. I'll have more specifics about projects that I'm working on as I get closer and closer to posting them in the future. And I mostly just want your guys' help. I'm planning to use this as a way to talk about different ideas I have, or things that I want to work on, or maybe just incomplete ideas that you could all give me support on, help me with creative ways to maybe accomplish them, or neat ideas that you didn't hear me talk about but think that would be a good idea. I've really been looking forward to doing this podcast. I've had a lot of projects that I've been working on quietly, not really telling anybody about, or if I have, it's only been really specific, like inner circle people. But now that I have a way for you guys to know what I've been up to without spam posting my Twitter or my Instagram about it, I really hope that maybe, just maybe, it'll give me the encouragement to do more and more. I'm also hoping that a couple of the Patreon people that I've been talking to, I'm really enjoying being able to interact with you guys one-on-one, that maybe the community on the Discord will grow and be a little bit more wholesome. You guys know that we get a lot of extremely A-logged cope fuel basal insecure rude exclusionary individuals coming into the community trying to be uncomfy, not nice, being a little bit of a back end. And from what I've been seeing from you guys on Patreon, you're definitely the ones that have been more supportive and helped create the community that I'm striving towards. So let's all work together more on that too. Interacting with you guys definitely seems to make a big difference. Soon as you all hear that's uncomfy, most of the uncomfiness quits. So I blame every specific patron that doesn't white knight all of the evildoers out of my chats from now on, specifically. This is definitely going to be a shorter one than the podcast that I have planned. A couple of you voted. It seems that you would want about a 45-minute to an hour podcast. This one's not going to quite be that long. I just wanted to give you guys an update, make sure that you guys knew what I was doing, make sure you guys kind of get an idea and a feel for what this podcast is, and mostly just vibe. So if you guys enjoyed this, let me know. Make sure you guys like, comment, subscribe, all of the stuff that they tell you to do. Look at the links down below. Blah blah blah. I think that's it for the end of the podcast. If there's any ideas you guys have about any of the stuff that I've been talking about, please let me know. I'm hoping to be able to shoot these again for every Monday, start of the month, first Monday, every month. So look for it. See me on Patreon, Twitch, YouTube, Twitter, all of the places. Make sure that you're subscribed. Make sure that you follow, and I'll see you guys next month.